So welcome to the 5 best applications for the Firestick Fire TV that I install on every device. We have the categories of best movie and TV show application. We have best file management, space management application. We have best application for APK stores. We have the best application for browsing, for downloading, and of course, the best application for your security and privacy. So I will give you my 5 recommendations, but I'll also mention some runner-ups, close seconds that you may also wish to install on your device. So let's jump straight into it. Now, the first category, which I said was the best application or the application I install on every device for movie and TV show content. Now, as you can imagine, especially for third-party applications, there really was a big list to choose from. But out of all of those applications, out of all of the applications I could have chosen, I would give first place to this application here, which is called Stremio. Now, I can't go too much into that, but essentially with this application, which does pair with RD, once you install that, you configure a couple of plugins, and through those plugins, you now have access to really a complete library of movies and TV shows. The interface is really good. It supports continue watching. Once you've created a free account, I can now log into any other device, my Android TV, my Windows computer, another Fire Stick, log in with the same account. All the configuration is synchronized. All of those plugins are synchronized. And I really can go ahead and access all of that content on all of my devices. So that one definitely gets first place. And if you're interested, I will find a tutorial that you can use maybe in the video description or pinned comment if you want to go ahead and find out more about this application. So this one was the first spot. For the second spot, I'll probably give it to this one here, just because, again, it does work with RD. It is a very old application. It still gets somewhat regular updates. It does work fine, especially if you are looking for an application that doesn't require any kind of configuration or messing about. This really is the best option out there. So this for me is second place. Next up, we have downloading. Now, really, there wasn't much of a contender for this because probably the first application I install on all of my devices, my Fire Sticks, Fire TVs, is of course the good old downloader by AFTV News. It's a great application. It has very easy navigation. It supports those shortcodes. So instead of typing in long URLs, you can just type in shortcodes like 53402. And that should take you straight to my website. You can bookmark websites, you can view the web pages in full screen. It really is just a go-to application for browsing and of course downloading content on your Fire TV devices. Has fast navigation, and again, it really is just something I would recommend if you are looking for a great browser that supports downloading. I will definitely install Downloader onto your device. Now, the second place for this category, I would give it to the Silk browser. Yes, it does have that big limitation where you can't download applications, you can't download APKs through it, but for pure browsing, particularly if you're trying to browse those third-party streaming websites, which have those pop-ups, they have those video-based adverts, they just have lots of content that gets in the way, I highly recommend you use Silk. Now, the big benefit of Silk is every time you try to click on a link, which tries to take you somewhere else, it actually tells you that, do you really want to leave this site? And in most cases you don't. Plus you also have the ability to add a custom DNS server into Silk, where you can then add in the AdGuard servers, which I did mention recently. And once you set those AdGuard servers inside Silk, then from that point forward, you won't really see any adverts while browsing through it. So this one gets second place in the browsing category. Next up, we have file and space management, or really just how to keep your device maintained and running optimally as best as possible. Now, because of some of the changes with the Amazon devices, with the ADB being blocked, my applications like the App Killer and the Cache Cleaner both unfortunately don't work anymore. But if you are looking for the next best application to manage the space on your device, but also to make sure that you don't have any malware or any malicious applications, the application I would personally recommend is DefSquid. So let's open that up. Super easy to use, available directly on the Amazon App Store. It really does have multiple features. So not only do you get the space management, you also get the ability to check for malware. So I can go over to malware scan. Let's click on that. This now scans all of my applications and tells me if any of them are potentially infected with viruses or malware. So let's say I want to scan this application here for a quick test. I can click on that, does a quick scan, and tells me this application is clean. You can of course click on a deep scan if you want to scan all of your applications, but it's just a nice, quick and easy way to confirm the applications you have on your device are all safe. So that's a great feature of DevSquid. Of course, you can also go over to manage. Let's click on that. Here, for example, you can now see all of the applications that are running in the background. I know some people prefer to use the background apps and process lists, but again, I would say this is like the Swiss Army knife of those kind of features, because you get the ability to scan for viruses, you get the ability to test your privacy to make sure your IP address is safe, for example, but you also get the ability, when you go to manage, to force stop applications running in the background. So here we see on my device, this application here, TCL TV, is still running. I can force stop that. Click on force stop. Let's go back. We can see that's now stopped, so it does update in real time. We can see Plex is still running. Let's click on that. Let's go to full stop. Now when I press back, and we can see that also now shows a stop. So you've now stopped these background applications running on your device, which again frees up memory, frees up those valuable CPU cycles, and just ensures that your device runs smooth as possible. Now if I go over to the booster, let's click on that. This will now prompt you saying there's old APK files that you may have downloaded in Downloader that you haven't cleaned out yet. You can click on yes. This will now remove those files for you automatically. So if you are somebody that likes to tinker, likes to download lots of different applications, likes to install things, the reason why DevSquid is highly recommended by me is because it has all of those features to fully manage your device. So applications you've downloaded, you can ensure that they are safe, they don't have any viruses or malware, and all the applications you have installed or downloaded, you can use this to clean out all of those application install files. You can see 44 of those applications have now been removed. So a great application. That really is in first place. Now second place, I couldn't really find anything else suitable. These applications here are just fake in the sense that they tell you they're cleaning the cache, but in reality they don't clean it, which you can confirm, and I did confirm when I tested this manually myself. Really for this, the only application I recommend is DevSquid. Now for the App Store award, the first place goes to this application here, just because it is regularly updated. It's a single application. I don't have to type in any codes or people's stores. I just open up the application and I can see the new updates in here. Super easy to use, has all of the categories, has all of the applications you're looking for, all of that third-party content. All of that can be found by going through this application. It just makes the whole process so much easier, having everything aggregated in a single application. So for the application store, for first place, I'll definitely give it to this application. For second place, I know lots of you still use this application here, which is good, but again, requires you to find application stores that you can trust, that you can then add to the store. So for some people, they may prefer this, but overall, I gave first place to this application here. Now for your privacy and security, I would say first place definitely goes to Surfshark. I've just been blown away with how fast their VPN servers are. We can see on my device connected to a VPN server in New York, I'm easily pushing over 400 meg downstream. I mean, when I saw these speeds, I was just so impressed. And this is why I've been recommending Surfshark over the last couple of weeks. It really just seems to be a super fast VPN, has unlimited connections. Doesn't matter if you have 5 Firesticks, 10 Android TVs, 11 laptops, all of your devices can be covered with a single license. And to get all of that for $1.99 a month, so cheaper than a cup of coffee with 4 months extra free, I do think this special offer is definitely worthwhile checking out. Using my link does help support the channel, so many thanks for doing that. Do have a look in the video description and pinned comment if you want to take up this special offer. So really appreciate your support. Do like and share this video, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.